We're in session in cause number 322094. Case to style the state of Texas versus Abigail Aguilar Sevilla. Sevilla, would you come forward? Did I acquire? This is cause number 322094, case of style Abigail Aguilar Sevilla. Is that correct? Ms. Sevilla, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Sevilla, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? You may put your hand down. How you doing, Ms. Sevilla?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Sevilla. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Jason Nix. Attorney Nix, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge.
That's good. Mr. Nix, do you waive a record in Ms. Sevilla's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Ms. Sevilla, in cause number 322094, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about January 26th of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offensive assault. Ms. Sevilla, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Sevilla, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Okay, Ms. Sevilla, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
I don't have my glasses.
Could you can stand right there. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
You can stand there. I have to show you this document again. On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to a box that says check no contingent, which means no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
And on the next page of the same document, there is a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
There is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the discovery certification.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe it's on his left. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sevilla, I have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Sevilla, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Nix, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, which is the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer States 1 and States 2 the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objections? States Exhibits Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Villa, you can stand back on the X. Now, Mr. Nix, you advised and counseled Mr. Villa. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Ms. Sevilla, your attorney, Mr. Nix, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Sevilla, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
1 year deferred adjudicated probation, $700 fine, and 40 hours community service, and no contact with the victim, Veronica Arellano, ARRELLANO.
We'll need to adjust the plea papers, Your Honor. I put 1,000
I
on them.
already
You
adjusted
did,
it
perfect.
yesterday.
Never mind, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
And that is our understanding of the plea bargain as well, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Sevilla, I have, as well, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year deferred adjudicated probation period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $700 plus court costs in the amount of $352, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $1,052. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. And you'll be, now the total monthly installments that you'll be required to pay in this case is $175 each month. Will you be able to pay the $175 each month?
Sure.
You'll also be required to perform 40 hours of community service. You cannot have any contact with Veronica Arellano. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Sevilla, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Sevilla, I will follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Sevilla, the court will defer a finding of guilt and places you on probation for a period of 1 year. And with the agreement that you have made with the state. Now, Ms. Sevilla, if you successfully complete the deferred probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. And you can talk to your attorney, Mr. Jason Nix, about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Sevilla, would you please stand on the X next to your attorney? You're going to follow the directions of our court clerk. And once you're finished following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Nix, I think this is your only case. You'll be
Yes,
free to
Your
go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.